Welcome back to another CFM video. It's freaking Super Bowl time. But this Super Bowl is a little different because we're not playing someone from the league. This player paid another pro player to play for him in the Super Bowl. This is a very common thing that happens in tournaments / CFMs, much more common in CFMs because pro players don't join some of these CFMs, but they get hit up by someone that said, "Here, bro, for 60 bucks, just play this game for me," right? And if you win, I'll make it 100. So in essence, my opponent paid another player to play me in the Super Bowl. I told the commissioners, they basically told me, play it out, we'll deal with it after. So I'm like, dang, I gotta play this player even though it's someone who's not even in the league. And you're like, how do you know it was a ghost? It could just be the guy. Well, my friend showed me, it's a small technique that you can notice when someone ghosts. When you log into Madden on a new PS5, the play calls actually reset. So I'll give you an example. I run tight doubles, right? And I called shot fade cross probably, 10,000 times, 9,000 times. If I were to hop on a new console, or a ghost would hop on, or if I ghosted for someone, right? Shot fade cross would have 0 calls. Not because that person didn't call shot fade cross, but because all play calls reset. The average yards reset, the amount of times you call a play reset, everything resets. Like in nickel 335 wide, it'll say 0 calls for every single play. So not because the opponent or the player before didn't run 335 wide, but just because all the plays reset. So in the beginning of the video, you'll see my first drive, and I'm showcasing a little bit of his play call, right? So I checked his Twitch stream because I had a feeling he was ghosting because he really didn't do well during the season. And then all of a sudden in the playoffs, he was beating the best players in the league. So it was a little bit suspicious, if you know what I mean. It was quite suspicious. So I looked at the stream and I started noticing that he had 0 play calls, or it said 0 calls. And you'll see it throughout the video. So the first drive is from his perspective, and then the rest of the game it's from my perspective because they did say, all right, so we'll just play it out. I'm like, okay, you know what? It's a ghost. We're going to do what we can, even though we're not even playing someone from the league. But yeah, let's just get straight into it. We're playing pretty much a cheater, a ghost, a pro player, not even in the league, but it is okay because we got to do what we got to do to win the Super Bowl, no matter what. So here we go. We start off on offense. We go for the fade. It's a pinnacle of our offense. Now you notice he's just running edge blitz, and he never ran this before. But anyways, it's besides the point. We hit our corner. We're doing well. Even though it's another pro player, we play in DML with all the pros. But look at this. Do you guys see that? I don't know if you saw it. Here, you'll see more. 0 calls, 11 calls, 0 calls, 0 calls. That basically means that someone else logged into that account from a different PS5. So basically it proved that he was ghosting, and I have a bunch more clips that I had to show to the commissioners, but I won't bore you guys. So we move on. Then he gets the ball back. We're down a possession now, and he's running bunch. He's running it really well, right? And he's just taking us down with it, if we're being honest. He's throwing wheels. We almost get an acro pick, which would put us right back where we started, and we didn't get it. But yeah, he's running very common combos, flood, but we swapped that ball. We're lucky. 4th and 8. We're about to get our stop. I'm like, okay, we'll get our stop here. Shouldn't be too bad. But he gets a broken play. His guy gets a perfect route bounce to the corner of the end zone, and he scores. Now we're down 7 and a possession. It's the worst way you could start a game. But we're not going to let that mess with us. We're going to throw our routes. We're going to get what we can done. We're going to save as much clock as possible so we can't get clocked out of the game. We throw our drags. We still got to get yards down the field. We can't get everything back at once. You can't play that way. That's an easy way to lose games. With our fade, though, we do what we got to do, right? We see the wheel. It's wide open. We throw it. We get it. Touchdown. Easy touchdown. And we're actually going for 2 because I felt like if he gets 3 this next drive, we can get our 2-point conversion 3 times in a row and still be in a tie game. Because his offense is good, but I didn't really trust him or trust myself to get a stop against it as soon as I saw how prolific his bunch was. So he's throwing his drags, taking his flats. It's becoming difficult to stop him, right? He's running bench pivot. He's running a lot of the good bunch player combos, but we do get a sack. John Franklin Myers, one of our only superstars, breaks in and sacks him. 3rd and 22. He hits the wheel. We go for 2 dives, and we miss them both. It was so close, but then he ends up getting the first on a 3rd and 22. 3rd and goal, he throws it. It was just an overthrow and a little bit of a broken play. I'm like, okay, no worries. At least we got to stop here. I'm like, all right, this is a stop. Another broken play, perfect playmaker, ran into all of our guys, no one covered him, and he still scored. And then this 2-point, it was a little bit of a wheel to the slot. You don't see too much of that, a wheel to the slot receiver. It was a great play. But yeah, no, now we're down 7, just like before. I don't know if I wanted to push the envelope a little bit, because this is a post-game commentary. I'm not sure if I went for 2 this time. Knowing me, I probably did, but it's okay. Right here, we go for the HB slip screen, make his guys blitz. You know us. If we got a glitch, we got a glitch. He's cheating. We're going to run the slip screen. The slip screen's glitchy. It's completely legal. So we actually did just kick our PAT. Now I remember. He scrambles with Aaron Rodgers, and I'm feeling pretty comfortable. He gets ball out of half, and as long as he doesn't get 3 here, we're good. And he ends up not getting 3. It didn't really matter. With 4 seconds, it wasn't enough time. So he gets ball at a half, calls a lot of verticals. I send 7 out of cover 2, and he still ends up getting that or having enough time to throw the wheel for a wide open touchdown. Easy spin to my first defender. So we're in a really, really bad spot. We don't really know what we're doing here. We just got to keep on scoring and hope we get a stop or hope that we can go for 2 late in the game to win it. But we throw a pick. It wasn't a great read. We stepped way too far back in the pocket, and we threw it to our tight end, not even noticing his user. And at this point, with how good he's playing, I'm like, all right, I may have just lost this game. Ideally, we hold him or we stop him on this 4th and 2. But Xavier Howard doesn't get there, and it's 3rd and 4 in the red zone again. So we just can't even find a stop. Luckily for us, we stop him on this 4th and 4, and he does take his field goal. He knows he can't live off of 4th and goal broken plays. So we're down 10 with ball. Luckily, we still have ball. And we hit this hitch route that we playmaker up the field for a couple yards. I think after that hit stick, I switched to conservative. I didn't want to lose on a fumble. He gives up the seam. We throw it to our boy Cooks, who's a superstar. He just got the superstar in the Super Bowl upgrades. As in, when I say Super Bowl upgrades, I mean like the season over season upgrades are made at the Super Bowl. We scramble in for the touchdown out of goal line. And we're just down 3 now. We need a stop, right? He's going to try to clock us. He's going to run the ball every chance he gets. But we need a stop. He throws the post. Chris Weststreet, the best user in Madden 22 reg/CFM, 95 speed, 6'4". We are able to cover the drag and get to the post, and now we're in position. All we have to do is get a touchdown and leave him little clock. Easier said than done. We call this corner out on 4th and 9. We could have lost if we didn't end up getting that. We did get the corner. We're in a great spot here. All we need to do is score. 3rd and 3, we low ball a drag. Quick HB base call because we're trying to clock him out the game. Fullback dive. And then right here we go for the slip screen. Seems like he can't stop it no matter what he calls. We're at the 1-yard line, 18 seconds, and we dive. We get hit, but we get in, taking a 4-point lead with only 16 seconds left. We call cover 4 because we've learned our lesson. You'll know what that means in one day. Don't man up 3 dude gets bombed. But that's besides the point. We end up stopping. He overthrows. I'm kind of scared here. Luckily, it was an overthrow because it was just a one-on-one ball. He ends up throwing this Hail Mary, but I don't believe he got the juice under it. We're able to jump and pick it. No passing interference, luckily for us. And we go down and seal the Super Bowl. I was so excited after this game because I just profited, I believe, $600 or $530. I was super happy, and I beat a ghost player. So not only did I win the Super Bowl, but I beat someone who was paid to beat me. So I think that was really cool. Kyler Murray, we get him his Super Bowl. My favorite QB, honestly, MVP. You guys know what I'm saying. I love seeing the celebrations after the Super Bowl. They haven't changed them in, I don't know, 5 years, but I love seeing it. Love seeing the quarterback of the MVP hoist the trophy. It was really nice to see, and it was better for me because I got to be able to prove he was a ghost and then take him down in the Super Bowl. That was just, I was ecstatic after this game. It was truly ecstatic. Now, I really enjoyed playing this game. I really wish I wasn't down. I hate close games sometimes. They get your stress levels up. They're not as fun. We see Kyler Murray hoist the Super Bowl trophy. But anyways, let's just get back to it. Thank you guys for tuning in. That concludes the Bengals CFM. There was another season after this that actually just concluded yesterday, and I ended up winning the Super Bowl again for a second time. I don't know if you guys saw it when I was going through the Dolphins team. That was when I had won that Super Bowl. But 2 Super Bowls in a row in this league, and I actually stopped playing in it. The reason being I didn't lose a single regular season game in the 4 seasons I was in it. So I believe I was like, including playoffs, I believe it was like 82-2, something crazy like that. And I didn't feel it was improving my game, and that's a big big thing for me. I can't allow myself to continue to play leagues where players are significantly worse than me just if I'm making a profit or just for content. I have to constantly be playing players that are at the pro level so I can be better at the game, be ready for the MCS, and not build bad habits. At the end of the day, I appreciate those guys. It was a great league to be in, but I had to pop out. Thank you guys for tuning in. Leave a like if you enjoyed the series. If you missed any games or wanted to see some trash talk games, because a lot of these guys trash talk. It seems like the worse you are at Madden, the more you trash talk, it seems. It really does. But check out the playlist. The playlist for the Bengals CFM is just down below. But leave a like if you enjoyed the video or I provided you any entertainment or even the tip stuff. If you like my tips, you better like all my videos because I be working hard on those. Anyways, thank you guys for tuning in once again. And you guys have a wonderful rest of your day.